Yes, welcome back. We are in the midst of fun and frolics, and two of the party members are still drunk, so that's probably a reasonable indication of the kind of mood we're in. It's about exploring this carnival, having a good time, and actually finding another kind of beer tent if we can, and sort of topping up on the old alcohol. It's been a very interesting carnival. We've slaughtered an exploding ogre. We've caught a theatre show on some sort of Dracula-inspired production. We've rescued a warrior princess from her stone form fate, and well, we've had a look at some rather interesting merchants as well. One of which sold us some rather interesting potions. Overuse of the word interesting there, but never mind, let's overlook that. So there's just a few sort of tents around here, and you can go in all these tents. So there's a lot to uncover here in this carnival. So
leave us alone, will you?
Oh,
nothing for you here.
You there, stay back. If any of you come any closer, I'll kill her. I'm serious. Don't make me do it. All I have to do is say the last word of my spell, and she'll die. Yeah, well, I don't think Alwyn was really banking on too much combat in in the carnival area, hence why we sort of got bladdered, really. What is all this? What's this all about? She's a witch. She'll use her magics to poison the children of this town. She'll butcher the livestock and she'll seduce the young men. Make them her puppets. She must be killed. The old female persecution line, which seems to be something of a theme in this game, actually. Viconia. Dinah here. Probably some others, but I just can't think. But anyway. I think we're going to try and get this chap to calm down. I think if we can avoid conflict here, I think Alwyn would see that as the best approach. Just calm down and I'm sure we can come to some sane solution. Discuss! There is nothing to discuss. This witch will die. Now leave me or I'll smite you as well. I don't think we're going to... Come on. We can't just let you murder a defenceless woman. Just calm down and let's talk. I don't think Alwyn's going to... Interestingly, there's no option to let him get on with it, is there? We can either insult him, option 1, just take him on, option 2, or try and get him to calm down. But there's no... Sometimes you might expect a kind of evil option which says, yes, destroy the witch, we love killing all witches or something. As we could do with Dinah here. Or could have done, but we didn't. Defenceless woman, she's a witch, she's dangerous and must be killed. Get away from me before I kill you all. Okay, obviously you're nothing but a fake, a fraud, a huckster. I don't necessarily think he is. He looks suitably magey to me. Well, firm. We'll take the firm position. Sorry, but we can't let you hurt the lady. We're going to have to remove you by force if need be. And to be honest, if this guy's sensible, he will yield, but I doubt he will. I mean, there's 6 of us and we're heavily armed. Kivon's got the Chesley Crusher there, which can probably bring this guy down in fairly short order. And let's see what happens. I told you, but you wouldn't listen. Now she dies, and then you die. Arashaka. Huh. Oh. Oh, she is dead. Bentha, death. Okay. You despicable man. Viconia, can you do anything? Not really. I think she'll like to probably let his face feel the full force of her mace. Imoen. Oh, Just blast him with your crossbow. Edwin, give him a minor drain. Alwyn. Give him a chromatic orb. Zar. Also give him a chromatic orb.
Yes?
See, we could Chesley him, but I'm not worried about the penalty to you know, you get a penalty if you hold a ranged weapon and they're bashing away at you with a weapon. But I think he's going to be casting spells. So let's just, we're more likely to hit with a bow and arrow, so we'll just do that with Kivin. He's drunk, so I'm not sure he's going to be quite as as hot with it as he might be. Or maybe he fires arrows better after he's had a few. Let's see.
My blade will cut you down.
Yes, come on. Okay. It's a good start, and he's injured. We could horror him. Go on, Zar, see if he'll horror.
How may I be of
Alwyn.
assistance?
Give him a minor drain. What? He's got a horror off. Oh, God. I'm sure we hit him with that minor drain before that to disrupt his spell, but it hasn't worked. Oh, God, Edwin's gone as well. And Viconia, who's got the remove fear, is horrid. This is not ideal. Zar. Could try and sleep him. I think use your wand actually, Zar. He's badly injured. Imoen. Use a +1 bolt on him. I'm going to try and bring him down.
My blade will cut you down to size.
Near death. He's gone. Oh, thank goodness. God, 900 experience. He wasn't... Oh, God. Half the party's storming around in a panic.
I'm
Right.
gone.
Ooh, mage robe. Armor spell, colour spray. Right. Zar, go over there.
Hardly worth my time.
I think we're going to need a big inventory sort when we head up to Baragost. Right, 79 gold. Right. Imoen, can Alwyn identify this? No. Interesting. Very interesting. Alwyn, you go over to Bentha, who apparently was a witch. Oh, she's got a nice ring, 24 gold, an antidote, a potion of heroism, which we can't pick up because we haven't got any inventory room.
May darkness prevail.
Excellent. Nice little combat bonus there. Right. You send that Viconia's way. Right. Yes. Oh yeah. Do we know what this robe is, Alwyn? Mage robe of electrical resistance. 20% electrical resistance. Well... they're much of a muchness, aren't they? Let's be honest. fire, electrical. Alwyn's already got a traveller's robe, which is much better than that, so that's probably one to be sold.
May darkness prevail.
But we can loot this little tent. 15 gold. Oh, a book. We'll take that. A throwing dagger. That'll do very nicely for Tsar. And I think that's it.
As you wish.
Well, there we go. Excellent. Anything in this barrel? No. Right. I did notice on this map a gambling tent, so I think we're going to go in there. Just to maybe forget about the fact that we've just had to slaughter a rather nasty mage. Right, look at this.
Come in poor, walk out rich. Take your chance with Lady Timora.
So we've got a sort of wheel of fortune, like little tables here.
Come in poor, walk out
Look like a sort of version of a craps table or something, and certainly there's something which looks suspiciously like roulette here. So yeah, what are we doing? So we've got commoners, gamesmans.
You said something?
Hey boys, if you're interested in winning easy, you should try the craps table. A roll of the bones is your best bet for quick cash. I wouldn't play too long though, you lose in the long run. Okay.
Come in poor, walk out rich.
So is this guy doing the
Take
craps?
your chance with Lady Timora.
A toss of the bones to make your fortune. Double your money on a winning roll. Let's wager 2 gold. The lady looks away and you lose. Sorry, next. 2 gold. Lose.
Take your
2
chance
gold.
with Lady Timora.
Winner! You've doubled your coins. I take your 2 gold and give you 4. Okay. Right.
Come in poor, walk out rich.
2 gold. Ah, this is 2 gold. Lose, lose, lose. Doubled your coins. Excellent. Okay, shall we chase our losses?
Take your chance
I
with
feel we can
Lady
get it.
Timora.
No, let's get off this. Right, let's play roulette.
Come in poor,
This
walk
game,
out
the game is roulette
rich.
in its simplest form. You pick your number and you take your chances. One will get you 36 on a winning spin. So like 1 to 36. Blimey. Let's stick 10 gold on it. Oh, I'm very sorry. Next. 10 gold? 5 gold. 5 gold? 5 gold.
Come in
10 gold.
poor, walk
Oh, for God's
out
sake.
rich.
It's 1 to 36, isn't it? So,
As you wish.
You're a lucky fella, aren't you?
roll up and take the chance on a big wheel. One will get you 20 on a winning spin. So, odds of 1 in 20. 2 gold. Sorry, you'll have to try again. No, this is pointless. Utterly pointless. Craps is the best chance, I think, of actually getting anywhere.
Take your chance with Lady Timora.
Hello.
Hey, I'm not fat, I'm just big boned. Okay. So what are you doing, gamesman, over on this little table here?
Take your chance with Lady
Come
Timora.
one, come all, try your luck at the Wheel of Fortune, roll the dice and win big. Timora looks down at one of you and blesses you with her divine luck. Ooh, we've got a luck spell.
What is it this time?
Right, cast it on yourself, Alwyn. Right, let's go over to the craps table, see if that makes a difference. 2 gold. A winner! Yes, here we go. We're in. Oh. 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 Well, that hasn't made a difference. Come on.
in poor,
5 gold.
Walk out
Ah.
rich.
Okay. Let's get out of here before we lose any more money. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why would anyone with 19 intelligence even go into a casino? Well, I don't think Alwyn cares. This is just about having a good time. He knows you can't win. The odds are loaded in the favour of the house.
Hello, pal.
Oh, hello. Vitier. Good day. Consider yourself victimised by Vitier, master thief and pickpocket extraordinaire. Oh, he hasn't taken the entire bankroll, has he? Wait, what the... I should have seen this coming. Letting you keep the money while we're at the carnival was a bad idea, but no. Someone had to insist he could keep it safer than me. The one who knows what to look for. This is classic carnival stuff, isn't it? Being pickpocketed. It's really authentic. Little petty crime. Love it. Gotta go. Oh, he's... Where is he? He's taken 100 gold.
Aye.
Come in poor, walk out rich.
Oh, look at these wealthy people of...
I've no interest in speaking to the likes
I
of
say,
you.
this roulette table is paying off rather nicely today. Give it a try. I'm quite sure it will prove as lucky for you. They look like they need some luck, dear.
Come in poor.
Go on, let's have another
walk
5
out
gold.
rich.
Oh,
What do you want?
it's a mugs game.
Hello.
I'm a gambler, man. Yes, I am. I'm 20 gold ahead and 40 gold behind. I'll make even money if my luck holds. You couldn't spot me a few coins there? No, I thought not. Well, I think these noble people have got the kind of VIP gamblers. They'll be taken away to the special VIP room and given full kind of
Take your chance with Lady Timora.
food and board and all that. Whereas we're just suckers. Never mind. Oh, I can't resist a little go on
Take
craps.
your chance with Lady Timora.
Oh, God.
Don't bother me.
We can win it back. I'm sure we can win it back.
Aye.
Oh well, that's good, isn't it? Those tents were not built on winners, however. And it's something that Alwyn knows, I guess. Have we been to this merchant down here? Look, I'll bring you back if there's anything else. Right, I'm just in this merchant here. And they're throwing daggers. So that's lovely. We need to buy quite a lot of these for Tsar. We'll take them all, sir. 20 of your finest throwing daggers. That's 140 gold, but they've also got these. Arrow of Piercing +1. So they're 150 gold for 2, right? But we're going to take them all. And I'll tell you for why. Look at this. Thaco +4. This arrow is long and thin, imbued with magical properties that allow it to push itself through armour, striking out towards the heart of the victim. So it gives a +4 Thaco, so the bonus to hit is incredible. Plus extra damage, +6 piercing damage, which they can save against. But the very fact that you're allowed to hit is incredible, and I think that is worth 890 gold. It's a lot, but that is quality ammunition. That's some of the best ammunition I've ever seen. And in the hands of Kivin, that brings the old Thaco down to 6. So, yeah, that's somewhat effective. And we've cleaned that guy out of throwing daggers. It still doesn't seem like that much to me. So, anyway, that's a nice little diversion. I've just come to the sort of extreme of the carnival here. We're just having a little look around. There's not seemingly too much else in the main bit, but we're just going to dive in here. Not really sure what this is all about. Oh, right. Sleeping woman. Sleeping man, commoner. What's going on here?
My friend.
The Black Lotus. It expands your mind. You should try sometime. Oh, it's like a little narcotics
My friend.
den. I see.
My friend.
I don't think there's any option to try the Black Lotus, although
Aye.
well, we might be intrigued in the expanding your mind element of it. I think there'll be a certain sceptical eye cast over it. Anyway, let's continue the exploring. Right, that is the end of Nashkell Carnival. There wasn't really anything else, as far as I could tell. We did have a little look around these sort of perimeter parts. Here there was a couple of chests to pick with some gold in. I think probably about 75 gold over the course of a few chests. It looks like these are the kind of tents of the actual carnival workers. And just in sort of northern areas there was a few kobolds for some reason. Anyway, we're going to go back to Nashkell now to sleep. And Kivin is still drunk. He managed to stay drunk for the entire carnival.
As you wish.
But there we go. It's now 11 o'clock. We had a couple of hours in the morning at the carnival. It was an early foray, but we're going to sleep off the last vestiges of any inebriation. Okay, and then we're going to go to the bandit camp, which is 36 hours away, so that's why we're getting a good rest in now. I'm not necessarily going to take you with me on that one, but I know there's a lot of chests there, and the reason I'm going to the bandit camp first, or Alwyn's going to the bandit camp first, is because we do want to then go back to Beregost. And I'm not sure if you can sell everything that we might get at the bandit camp, if there's anything decent in the chests at the Friendly Arm Inn, which will be our final port of call before going over to Cloakwood. So that's the reason for that. But yeah, the carnival was good. Very enjoyable. And a nice little diversion for me and for Alwyn, actually. Just to kind of take his mind off the impending venture to Cloakwood. And
Aye.
I guess now we really do start the journey north. I might just keep you with me here because we are travelling a long way. There's a very good chance the party could be waylaid. I'll just heal up Kivin first before we go. Yeah. See, 32 hit points Kivin's got. It still doesn't seem that much to me. But I suppose, what level is Kivin again? I've forgotten. Level 4, so he's a little bit behind some of the other party members. Well, all of them except Alwyn. So he perhaps could be better. Anyway, let's go. This could be an interesting journey. Oh no, straight there. One day and 12 hours. And Kivin has piped up. I need a moment to say a prayer to Shivarash. Shivarash. It seems that my sworn enemy is at the arrow's reach at last. Hang on. Hang on. I wonder whether the game's got a bit confused here, because Kivin had a bone to pick with Tazok, who he blames for killing his wife. And this is where you would have gone traditionally to potentially meet Tazok, because this is where his tent is. But we never saw Tazok. So I don't know. Maybe Tazok will spawn here thanks to Kivin being in the party, which would be interesting. So he wants to say a prayer. Of course, Alpha, I will join my voice to yours for the success of our battle against the brigands. My lord Shivarash, here I stand on the soil that the beast who slew my beloved still walks. There is no desire greater in my heart than to wet it with his dark blood. I ask for the firmness of my arm to match the firmness of my soul. I ask for fulfillment of my vow. I ask for the strike that will bring down my foe. I ask thee to give me strength to fight, and strength to protect those who fight with me. Very nice. Very nice indeed, Kivin. What a stirring little,
I've done had enough of this.
almost like a little battle speech. Anyway, where actually are we in the... Right, okay. Right.
As you wish.
I'm going to take you away because unless there is something of any note, there's not a lot of point in you being here. Right, we're in the midst of looting, but Imoen's struggling with this lock, so I've just got this potion of power, which gives some extra bonus to open locks, 20%. So drink that. It does give some other good bonuses like Thaco, which has really taken that down, but never mind. We need it for this, so let's see if that actually makes a difference.
This way.
Okay, that's not opening at all. Bit of a waste of a potion, never mind. Right, I've just found another potion which gives 20%, but I don't know if that stacks. So the open locks is 49. I might just quick save and just see if it stacks. That is a bit, not cheating, but a bit gamey, but let's see. It's 49 at the moment. Let's see what happens. Okay, so women's drunk that. And 69. There we go. Right, now let's try this chest. Come on. Yes, we're in. Ooh, it had 2 arrows in. Right, I think that is one of the arrows of piercing because it looks the same. Yes. That's rather good. So we've got an extra one of those now, and this other one, I don't know what that's all about. Acid arrow. Thaco +1, plus 2d6 acid damage. Very nice. Very nice. Give that to Kivin for now. We've also found a couple of healing potions, but that's it so far.
This way.
I don't think any of these were actually locked last time. We did find one other sort of constitution potion, I think. But it's not been ever so lucrative so far. Right, we have hit the jackpot now. Look at these spells. Web. That's the one that we failed last time. And this, Fireball. Oh. Hang on, right. Give the web to Edwin. So this is like a sort of a spell that gets creatures caught with a -2 penalty in a kind of sticky, well, web, unsurprisingly. And it's a level 2 spell, of which we are severely lacking in decent spells. So that's good. And Fireball, don't know too much about this, but sounds rather wonderful. Level 3, here we go. This is perfect. Look at this. So, it's like the Fireball potions that we've used, I suppose. 1d6 points of damage for each level of experience of the caster, up to a maximum of 10d6. So that's better than any potion I've seen. So presumably that's for a level 10 wizard. So at the moment we'll be hitting at 5d6, which is about the same level as some of the potions. I think some of the potions are a bit stronger than that. The wizard points his finger and speaks the range, distance and height at which the fireball is to burst. A streak flashes from the pointing digit, and, unless it impacts upon a material body or solid barrier prior to attaining the prescribed range, blossoms into the fireball. Creatures failing the save via spell each suffer full damage from the blast. Those who roll successful saving throws manage to dodge, fall flat, or roll aside, each receiving half. So it's going to do some serious damage, whatever. Now, who to give it to? That is the question. That's an evocation spell, so I think, yeah, they can all cast it. So that's good. Excellent. Okay, that's a. I mean, it's worth it coming for just those two spells. It really is. Right, we'll carry on the search. Right, we've finished looting, and the other things we've got are this shield, this wand, this sword, so all magical, a pearl necklace, and this potion of fire breath, which is 6d10, which is rather devastating. So that will go nicely into Alwyn's trusty pack. Let's just see if he can identify the shield, which is probably a shield +1. Yes, it is. It isn't really anything that anyone can use. The wand looks intriguing. And Alwyn doesn't know what it is. The sword, short sword +1. Okay, so it's a decent haul with those spells.
As you wish.
And probably that wand, depending on what it is, the pick of the bounty there, and well worth. Excuse me, well worth the travelling that it's taken. Now back to Beregost, which is 28 hours away. In fact, we'll go to the temple first to identify some of this stuff. And once again, we get away with not being waylaid by enemies, which is, I think, fairly lucky when you're travelling that far. So we'll do that quickly now.
Aye.
Keldath. Fair is your temple and full of hope, priest. And have you forsaken hope, my son? I have hope, but it lies beyond this plain, Keldath Ormlir. Gaze upon the sun as it rises, elf. It is born anew every morn, here and everywhere in this world, on this plain. Rejoice, for you are blessed by its rays. Ah, nice little exchange there. We don't require any aid. We require you to identify this wand. Wand of Fear. Strikes terror into the heart of any creature within its target area. This panic is not universal. Okay, so Wand of Fear can only be used a limited number of times before it is destroyed, just like any wand. Okay, so it's a basic horror spell, I think. Huh, which Viconia can use. That's quite useful. 8 charges, not bad. Right, is there anything else we don't... Oh, we've got those mage robes, haven't we? Well, 1 mage robe. Let's identify that.
Don't touch me. I'm super important.
Yes. Here we go. Knave's robe. Armor class +1 vs slashing, save vs death +1. Okay, so that's probably better than Edwin's fire resistance robe. So we'll sell the fire resistance robe and he's got the Knave's robe. Right.
It is time for... Don't bother me. Aye.
We do need to go to Beregost and rest, but we're going to do a bit of selling.
Shut up! Your chattering might drive us all insane.
Oh, speak no more, lest ye gorge my sweet tooth.
Well, the party's rather tired, and you can understand it, can't you, really? We've
Tire. I'll be much more agreeable with rest.
travelled a day and a half and then another full day back. What day is it now? Day 60, so...
Getting a little sleepy.
Well, here we are, people. We're probably coming into our sort of 3rd month now.
I grow torpid and require slumber.
Right, I'll bring you back in. I've got a lot of selling and inventory sorting to do, which I won't keep you around for, so I'll bring you back in when there's we're a little clearer on what we're buying. Right, yes, we are going to be spending money, and quite a bit of it, 5,200. We sold Buckley's Buckler, because that was a buckler, which wasn't great. It gave Alwyn an extra constitution point, but we have the tome now, which is going to give Alwyn an extra constitution point. So we've replaced that with this, small shield +1, which Alwyn should be able to use, and that will improve his armour class by an extra point. some more bullets +1, some arrows +2, some arrows of ice, and for Imoen, some more throwing daggers for Zar, short bow +1. We also sold the medium shield +1, the short sword +1, managed to sell off the mage robes, so yeah. Let's just see what that does. So some more arrows for Imoen and Kivin. We've got some seriously good ammunition now. We really have. It's phenomenal. So the short bow is going to be Imoen's. Oh, she can't have it. But that will improve the Thaco by 1. And the damage by 1. So, as she's also wearing the braces, this should make her Thaco reduce considerably. Oh. Why has she got all these bullets? Give some to Alwyn and some to Viconia. Right. We do actually need to buy some arrows by the looks of it. Yeah, so 13 on the Thaco now. I think it was 14 with the crossbow launcher. So yeah. So anyway, she's much better. Will we buy any arrows? Yeah, probably will. Get some arrows. But yeah, there we go. Should we do? You know, we could just do this book now because it's going to be used. Now, let me just double check. Yeah, this will permanently raise Alwyn's constitution by 1. I don't see why we shouldn't do it now. We'll just quick save, but off we go. Yeah. And now Imoen's piped up. Don't you get hot wearing those robes all the time? Edwin, I'm perfectly fine. Edwin scowls at Imoen as a bead of sweat runs slowly down Edwin's forehead. See, you're sweating. You can't deny you're not all toasted inside those robes. Sniffs the air. Yep, definitely. Very warm. I might be sweating, yes, and you do have an amazing grasp of the obvious, but it is not from heat. It's from concentrating on not turning you into a nice piece of charcoal. I would do it too, but it's too damn hot already without casting another fireball. Another fireball, Edwin. You haven't done one yet. And at this rate, I don't think you'll be getting the spell, mate.
If I must.
Okay. So, Alwyn, look at this, right? Constitution, 16. That means his hit points are 34, which in fairness is what it was with the buckler. But the buckler raised his constitution artificially, so that's now... Excuse me, that's now his genuine hit points. So that's good. Anyway, I'll bring you back when we do some more buying and selling. Right, here we are again. We are at High Hedge because the final piece of the jigsaw, and something that I've been waiting to do for quite a long time, is actually boost up these spells because... You know, Alwyn has only got 3 Lux as level 2. That's not particularly useful, really. And, of course, we have 3 level 3 spells for Edwin and 2 level 3 spells for Zar to fill with nothing there at all. We did some extra bits in Beragos, sold some bandit scalps for 50 gold pieces each, and that was about... I think we had about 200 gold worth, and we went to our little chest in that room in Beragost and offloaded some stuff that we don't need. I think the cursed two-handed sword of berserking, which Alwyn would definitely want to sort of keep for posterity, and took out some scrolls. And I think some of them are here. So we've got things like detect invisibility, colour spray, plenty of armours. We've got this ghoul touch, which I'm not sure we're going to necessarily want, but we may memorise it. Invisibility, got dispel magic, which is a level 3 spell. Protection from evil, quite a good spell as well. And of course we've got the fireball and web, which we picked up. And what we're going to do is we're going to speak to Thalantyr and make him an even more wealthy wizard than he is now. How much gold have we got? 8,000. Yeah, so we've done a bit of selling. Oh yes, look, Kiven's got these glitter dust, a kind of a blind spell with an area of effect, which is party friendly. This spell thrust, which takes out mage's spell defences, quite a high level spell. That flame arrow, level 3 spell, like I guess a very kind of 4d6 points of fire damage. That's just quite a nice instant damage spell. Stinking cloud, level, an elusive level 2 spell, so that's going to be good. So we're going to speak to Thalantyr because he's got a load of spells. We're going to boost up, and then we're going to use our potions, which boost intelligence, which means that in theory there will be no chance of failing those spells. And Thalantyr is as welcoming and as pleasant as ever. I have already stated that I wish you to leave. Oh, Kevin. I hope for a warmer welcome for my company, Thalantyr. You once offered me your roof, or have you forgotten? Elf, the name was Kivin, if I am not mistaken. Bah, that's a proper treatment for you, if you stand in the corner with your cowl covering your face. But I never thanked you properly. Come, I'll show you what I have done with the spear you broke on those bothersome bandits who tried to force their way in. I am quite happy with the way the enchantment has turned out. I do not craft weapons, mind you. Bah, it is a gift. Take it, elf. Ah. So Thalantyr has given Kivin a spear. They've got previous. So Thalantyr didn't recognise Kivin because he kind of had his face covered, etc. Okay, well, good. So the party has gained an item. Right, here we go. So what has he given Kivin? Given Kivin? An elven spear. Let's just have a look at that quickly. Elven spear. Okay, so it's unidentified. Alwyn, do you know what it is? No. It says we can identify with a spell. Have we still got? Well, we've still got one memorised. Okay, we'll do that then, shall we? We'll do that. Elven Spear of Entanglement. This is a plain-looking short spear with a leaf-shaped point. It was balanced for a slender elven hand. Mage Thalantyr enchanted the weapon for Kivin of Shilmister. Combat abilities: 10% chance with every hit that the opponent is entangled for 24 seconds. No save. That's good. It's essentially a +2 spear, so that's quite a good weapon. But only Kivin can use it in our party. And I'm not even sure what is Kivin's ability with spear. Well, he hasn't got any proficiency with spear, so that's not really going to do him a lot of favours at all. But, well, nice that Thalantyr was able to reward him for some previous good deed.
Why do I live in such a pissant town?
Oh, actually, we need to speak to him with Imoen,
I've done had enough of this.
who's got better charisma, and so we might get a better price. So Thalantyr, oh, he's got a lot of spells, hasn't he? Minus spell deflection. Blimey. Okay. Well, look, there's too many spells to really
I'm going to have to look at them basically and try and pick the best one. So I'll bring you back when I've made my choices. Right, I have chosen the spells and there's 4,300 golds worth. But what have we got? We've got a Burning Hands, Protection from Petrification, which is probably a good one just to have in there. We've got a mirror image, although I want 2 mirror images, not 1. Yeah. Yeah, 2 mirror images. Strength. No, we're not doing strength because I think the cleric spell takes care of that. We've got a Ray of Enfeeblement, which kind of weakens the target to 5 strength and all the penalties to attack that comes with that. Flame Arrow. I think they can all cast that, can't they? Yeah. So we want 2 of them. Does that automatically put the... Yeah. There's a really odd thing where you move around on the screen and it automatically takes your selected spells back down to 1 again rather than 2. Which is really quite annoying. Skull Trap, I know we want 2 of those. That's an excellent spell. Potentially. Kind of does area of effect damage a bit like a fireball. Sorry, just having a sip of tea, like every good Brit should. Yeah, so that's like an area of effect spell, so a bit dangerous for your own party, but potentially very deadly. We're going to do a protection from fire, yeah, and minor spell deflection. Yeah, so that's that. Let's buy it. Excellent. And now we have to learn them all. So what I need to do now is work out who's going to have what. I'm not sure if I could keep you around for that. I mean, for example, Tsar can't have mirror image because that's his opposing school. But Edwin and Alwyn will be able to. This is the skull trap. So a floating skull kind of hovers around, and then when someone comes near it, it triggers, and the skull is triggered and explodes, damaging everyone within a 30-foot radius. It's 1d6 per level of the caster, or half of the successful, half for a successful save. So at the moment they'll be doing 5d6, so 30 damage potentially, and it will still do 15 damage if they save. So that's pretty good. And yeah, as it says, when casting this spell, it is wise to set it far away from the party, lest they set it off accidentally. So yeah, so we've got to just split all the spells up now. What I'll do is I will kind of make sure that they've got their little potions, which should be in here. Mind focusing, we need those 2 out. Oh, I can't put it to backpack because his backpack is full. Give Tsar those for now. And we will down the potions and then learn the spells. Things like Dispel Magic I probably will give to Alwyn, even though he can't cast it yet, because it looks like a good spell for the future. And Alwyn will prioritise himself when it comes to spells, within reason. So I think we're going to give some of the damage dealing spells to... I think I might give Edwin Fireball. But I'll certainly be giving Alwyn Web, for example. So Edwin will be able to blast people with fireballs, and as he's got 3 spells, it seems ridiculous if we're going to Cloakwood now not to have some of our best spells available. And obviously Skull Trap is not... Alwyn can't use it anyway, so that's fine. But Alwyn might have some of these kind of little utility spells like Protection from Petrification, Spell Deflection. Even though they can't be used now. We simply don't know when or if we will find these spells again. So it makes sense to kind of give Alwyn first dibs. I mean, I'm fairly sure that Fireball is going to come up somewhere again. It's just one of those sort of spells that I think is a bit of a classic in the D&D setting. So you would expect that to come. So I'm sure Alwyn will be able to learn it at some point. But he can't learn Skull Trap because it's not his. Yeah, it's in his opposing school as an illusionist. Right, I'll bring you back when I've learned these spells. As I say, once we down these potions, there should be a 100% success rate in terms of learning. So it's a formality, really. And yeah, we should be then. That is the final piece of the jigsaw for Cloakwood. Well, here we are. The Friendly Arm once again. This is the final port of call before Cloakwood. We did all of the spells, learned them. I haven't sort of sorted them out yet, but we've got a few more options now for each spell level. Level 2 here for Edwin, level 3. Some great options there. I'm sure we'll get a Fireball, a Skull Trap and a Flame Arrow, for example. For Xar, a Skull Trap and maybe 2 Skull Traps, to be honest. Maybe a Flame Arrow. And finally, Alwyn's got something other than luck. Hooray! Certainly will take a mirror image, I think, which effectively gives him some extra protection from attacks. It kind of creates several versions of the wizard. So there's a chance that he won't be hit by any attack with that. Well, don't know. Maybe we'll have a web. Certainly, we'll have a web in there, I think, and yeah, possibly a mirror image. Possibly get rid of luck completely and have another web in. It's not the most wonderful buff spell. But anyway, we've got a lot of choice now, and yeah, very pleased. We had to go to Beragos again because I forgot to buy Alwyn's small shield +1, so his armour class without his armour spell is now 1, which is great. Imoen is 2 by comparison. And obviously that's with Alwyn not wearing armour, so he can cast his wizard spells, so that's excellent. And yes, look at this bevy of ex-party members here. Well, we've never had Dawn in our party, but he's kind of stood over there. Branwen has taken a seat at the bar, perhaps chatting to Ajantis, who is still there in his full armoured regalia. Khalid and Jaheira, remember them? And Dinah here, of course, who's probably giggling over at Edwin, who wanted her dead but managed to escape. And I don't know if he'll try anything in here. He probably would. But yeah, I'm going to sort out the spells. Get all the inventory sorted out, because I had to do a lot of shuffling around. You'll see here, look, Xar had the red potion that we got from the Carnival. His strength is down to 3 and wisdom is down to 3. So he's but his intelligence is 25. So God knows what he's going to be like at the moment in terms of personality. So yeah, and Kiven's here with his spear, which Thalantyr gave to Kiven but didn't actually tell him what it was, which is nice, isn't it? We could have paid Thalantyr 100 gold to have him identify it. Would have been a curious thing, wouldn't it? Yes, here's this gift, but hand over some money so I can actually tell you what it is. Anyway, that's by the by. So I think we're probably going to rest and prepare for Cloakwood. So next time you see us, we will be here in this little wooded area southwest of the Friendly Arm. So I'm quite excited. I think Alwyn is as ready as he's ever going to be. Certainly would have been buoyed by the fact that we've got all these extra spells, a really good selection of ammunition. I think we're going to be pretty difficult to deal with in this guise, and yeah, I think he's certainly prepared to see what it will bring. So, until then. 3 Flame Rule 1368. Today we readied ourselves for the off from the comfort of the Friendly Arm. I was sat at a long table next to Imoen, talking about what might lie ahead, when I became aware of the presence of a large man opposite, and the slight clink of armour. Not wishing to make eye contact, I stayed focused on Imoen, but then he said, "I think my influence has finally rubbed off on you, Alwyn. Tales of your good deeds since I left have travelled far." And Ajantis sat down opposite us. He was keen to find out what we had been doing, and as he put it, where adventure and virtue had taken us. It had been 20 days since we parted. This time there was no inquisition into the state of our moral fibre, and he became increasingly animated and excitable when I said we would be shortly off to Cloakwood, like a hunting dog who gets wind that his master is readying for a fresh pursuit. "Alwyn," he said, "I'm ready. With Helm's blessing, whatever's in those woods will not stand in our way, and you will get the answers you need. You came here for me, did you not?" I paused, looked at Imoen, and looked back at Ajantis, who seemed to be staring at a lone figure in the corner of the inn. "Who's the elf?" the paladin said, tilting his head towards Kivin.